Welcome to Sports for Dummies. This is Curtis J. Phillips, and this is a Christmas edition, a New Year edition of Sports for Dummies, issue number 8. And we're here with Dwayne Vigilance, head coach of the women's basketball team. Welcome, Dwayne.
Thank you, CJ.
Now, I've known Dwayne since a little lad, and I've seen him play basketball in high school, and always enthusiastic, always with a smile, and the love for sport. Where does that come from?
It comes from my dad. As you know my dad very well. We grew up with playing basketball, playing soccer, playing any kind of sport, just to get us out of the house. So that's where I came from.
And where is that passion? How do you keep that passion in a positive? And is it a win-win situation always, or if you lose, it's fine too, or?
Yeah, you know what? My dad's always taught us, and my coach, Bob McCracken, it's about the process, right? It's not always about winning. Sometimes when you lose, that's when you win the most, because that's when you learn the most. So for us, it's all about the process, loving the game, having passion for the game, respecting the game, and for me, that's where it all comes from.
We talk about winning. You're ranked number 15 now in the Canadian Collegiate Athletic Association polls, from coast to coast to coast. It's your first ranking in those polls, and you have a great record now of 8-4.
Yep.
How does that feel?
I think it feels fantastic. It's been a long time coming. It's been a process. I'm very proud of our girls. I think the biggest thing for me was when I first came here from Australia, people said, well, you're not going to win there. And I said, you know what, we're going to give it a shot. And people were patient. We were patient. The school was patient. And finally, we're getting what I think we deserve.
And how many years ago was that?
6 years ago. It's my 6th year now.
And you went through a lot of, not frustration, but you went through injuries and turnovers, and now you have a team that's special. What's special about this team? Just a lot of veterans with rookies. What's special about this team?
I think you just hit it there. It's the mix between the third years and the first years. We have no seniors, which is fantastic. And I think the biggest thing is these girls like each other. They have a friendship outside the basketball court, and I think that's very important, especially in female basketball.
And no injuries to speak of, because you had that injury bug several times.
Absolutely. We've had lots of concussions over the last few years, and I think this is the first time we come to the Christmas break. We have absolutely no injuries, which is great.
And you don't like to focus in basketball on key players, but it is a game where there is individual talent.
Absolutely.
If I had to pinpoint 3 of your key players, who are they?
Oh, man, I think that's really tough this year, because I think this year we get a little bit of everything. So I would say definitely Moyenne is one of our big players.
Moyenne Toye? What about her? What's her strength?
Because she's so physical, she's so big, she creates so much space, and she demands attention, and so you have to give her attention, but that allows other people on the other side of the floor, our guards, to create more space for them.
And she was also a team handball and shot putter in track and field.
Absolutely, a very good athlete.
Okay, and who are the other two?
I think Aaliyah, I think her ability to get up and down the court very quickly, I think she's probably, if not the fastest person in the ACAC. She's very fast. She creates tempo for us. She creates easy buckets for us. And again, her ability to get to the lane quickly, creates a lot of problems for other people. That's
Aaliyah Johnson from Fort Murray-Comstock High School?
Correct, yeah.
How hard was it to keep her here in town?
I don't think it was very hard at all. I think she really liked the product that we're building here. And at the time we recruited her, we were a 500 basketball club building, and I think she wanted to be a part of that building process.
Now, part of the process, when she came in, lacking in the X's and O's in basketball. I felt that, but now you see, we were talking earlier, her all-around game. Before it was straight to the hoop. Now she knows there's more than just straight to the hoop, there's dishing the ball also. So a lot of coaching on your part.
Absolutely, we spend a lot of time with the girls off the court, just looking at film. And then when we go on the court, we spend a lot of time, 45 minutes to half an hour, just working on little things, the middle game, 1 dribble pull-ups, 2 dribble pull-ups, creating space for other players on the court, rather than just yourself. So she's come a long way to be more of a team player.
Okay, now your third player, who would that be?
Man, that's tough. I don't know if I can have just
Can I toss out a third?
Absolutely.
Augusta.
Yes, I think she fits in that mold, and you could put Sarah in that role, and you could put also Danielle in that role. But I think Augusta came to us this year. I tried to recruit her 2 years ago, and I lost her to a CIS school. Now she's with us now, and I think she's the glue to us. Like, she's the quiet leader. She does a little bit of everything, and we talked earlier how she gets rebounds, she gets steals, she scores, she defends their biggest player. She does a little bit of everything for us, and it's helping us.
Now, I'm a big fan of your dad, Compton Vigilance. We've been involved together for over 35 years and with kids sports. But of the thousands and thousands of stories I've written, I've maybe kept 2 or 3 And one of them is, the photographs is one of you. It's you sitting, we're doing Basketball Alberta Focus, and it's you sitting on the side, your brother Colin doing the jump shot, and you looking up with this huge smile on your face. How do you keep, like, once again, it's hard to ask because, you know, a lot of people lose a passion for something. How do you keep that passion?
Oh, you know, it's a really big question, and I don't really know myself. I just think I've been lucky to be surrounded with people who love sport. Yourself, Bob McCracken, my dad, my brother, my cousins. So it's easy for me to stay in love with sport because I have so many good role models around me. And, you know, I'm here because of the love of the kids. I love my basketball team. I know we're a family on the court, but also off the court. And I think that drives me every single day to try to be a better coach, but also to bring this game of basketball into a better spot.
Well, we're going to head into that better spot right now as Coach Dwayne Vigilance for the Keyano Huskies women's basketball team is going to take us under court to show us some of the fundamentals of what is the second most popular sport in the world, but in our books, number one.
Absolutely.
And welcome back to Sports with Dummies with Curtis J. Phillips. We're here at the basketball court with head coach Dwayne Vigilance of the Keyano College Huskies. Dwayne, we have two important players with us here. We talked about them in the opening of the show. Maybe introduce them to us.
Yep, so this is Augusta Cabasetta, and I hope I said that right.
Did he say close?
Yeah,
okay.
Yes, and Moyen Torre.
And the first fundamental we're going to go over, one of the most important fundamentals, the triple threat.
The triple threat, yeah. So now we're talking about the triple threat position. We'll start from the floor and work our way up. So your feet should be shoulder width apart. Your heels should be right underneath your hips. You should be comfortable. If this position is not comfortable, you can go even wider if you have to. Just for your comfort. As we move up, our torso is nice and up and forward. You can see the KC, so that's great. The ball placed on your hands, in your shooting pocket, and we'll talk about shooting later. But out of this triple threat position, you can pass, you can shoot, and you can also dribble. So we want to be able to get to those three positions as fast as possible, and this is where it starts from. All right, so now we're moving on to passing, another element of the triple threat. So again, we're gonna start from the bottom, we'll work our way up. Again, Moyen's in her triple threat position, heels are underneath her hips, okay? Her torso is nice and tall. Again, like to keep her chest up, torso away towards the receiver, and then her hands are in the ready position to pass. Passing is very important because for us, passing starts our fast break. It's very important for us to get the ball up the floor as fast as possible. You can pass the ball quicker than you can dribble the ball up the floor, and for us, that's very important. So Moyen's gonna do what's called a one-handed push pass. She's gonna step with her right foot and follow through like she's shooting out in front to the receiver. Go ahead, Mo. Good. And upon receiving the ball, she's going to stay out where you were, right front, and hands out extended. And this is how she's going to receive the pass. Catch it and bring it back into her body, back into her triple threat position. Go ahead, pass again. Push pass. Good. Stay out there to receive it. Bring it right back to her triple threat position. The next pass is going to be a bounce pass. So with the bounce pass, and we'll do it with a push pass again, she's going to pass the ball right between the receiver and herself. So go ahead, push it to the ground, bounce it up, right into the hands. Good. So again, go ahead, pass it again. Upon receiving, she's gonna stay out, go meet the basketball, bring it back to her position again. Good. Perfect. The next one's a chest pass. So with her two-handed chest pass, she's gonna pass from her chest, push her hands and palms away, thumbs down, right to the receiver, passing it to her chest. Go ahead. Good. Again, upon receiving, go ahead, pass the basketball. She's gonna, hands and foot is gonna be out. She'll catch it right back in her triple threat position. Pass one more time. Good. And last pass, just to spice it up, and because Mo is the quarterback of her team, we're doing the baseball pass. So she's gonna throw over top, exactly the same like throwing a football or a baseball. She's gonna extend to the receiver, to the receiver, and then catch the ball. Go ahead. Nice. Again, stepping towards the pass, staying out in front so she can receive it, and bringing it back to her body. One more, Mo. Very good. And that's passing. All right, so next we're doing pivoting. So pivoting is a great way for you to advance a passing angle to a partner or your offensive player, or just evade a double team or someone coming to you. So we're gonna start with Gus again. In her triple threat position, she's gonna pivot. So pivot 4 times in 4 different ways. And again, just moving around, protecting the basketball, trying not to turn over. And again, you can do this to avoid someone trapping the basketball or advance a passing angle. So if I bring Moyenne in, so she's picked up a dribble, Moyenne's trying to pressure the ball, and we're trying to pivot away to protect the ball. There you go. And that's pivoting. Remember when you threw that pass over top? That was funny, wasn't it? Hey, there's Georgia. Everybody, this is Georgia Surstring, our starting freshman point guard. And what a perfect time you come in to do dribbling. All right, so now we have Gio here ready to do some dribbling. So first part of dribbling is very important, that we're not using our palm and we're not slapping the ball. Out of our triple set position, we want to bounce the ball just slightly outside of our toes, probably aim about your pinky toe. And we want to use our palms, our finger pads to control the basketball down and up. So Georgia's going to do that a couple of dribbles. Good, and she's going to flex at the wrist, okay, and show that she has control with the dribble. Good, cross over and do the other side. What we do on the right is the same thing we do on the left. Again, nice and controlled, outside her toes, and dribbling with her finger pads. Now the most important thing is to making sure that she keeps her head up, so she has that court vision, so you can see players out ahead of her, so she can dribble the basketball. Let's cross over again to the right. So let's add a little bit of movement. So Georgia's gonna move back for about 4 steps, again, keeping their head up, okay? And then she's gonna come forward. So again, being dynamic, seeing the floor. Go ahead, go to your left hand. Again, keeping on the finger pad. She's gonna go ahead and go back, keeping that head up nice and high. And then she's gonna come back. Good, and that's the basic fundamentals of dribbling.
You know, a lot of times when kids start playing basketball, Dwayne, we've gone over the fundamentals of pivoting, triple threat, dribbling, and passing. A lot of kids, I call them dribble next or dribble mania. They think the dribble's much faster than the pass, and they dribble the heck out of the ball. Now, what's faster, the dribbler or the passer?
The dribbler.
The dribbler.
No, that's not right. Definitely the passer.
That's good acting. That's good acting. Okay, so we're going to get Georgia, who's a fantastic dribbler, going to fast break, and then we'll have the other 2 girls, Moya and Augusta, passing the ball. We'll give Georgia a 2-second head start. Ready, Georgia? Go. 1, 2. Pass the ball, and pass it back, Augusta. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. That's combined by 2 is 8. Now we're going to give Georgia a 4-second head start to see if she can beat the pass. Pass or dribble?
Pass.
Pass. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Three seconds faster.
Pass always wins.
Yeah, and we're going to commercial break to the most important aspect of basketball, which kids really like to do, and that's shooting.
All right, so now we're going to talk about shooting. We're going to start from the basic, and we're going to start on the ground, pretend we have no legs. So let's place the ball between your knees on the floor. We're going to hold the ball with our right and left hand, just like that. We're going to wrap our fingers around, make sure our palms, there's space between the ball. Perfect. This is called side. So if you're a right-hand shooter, you're going to slide your right hand over top the ball, forming a broken T with your thumbs. Okay, good. So we're gonna make sure we have that broken T right there. I'm gonna just slide you back right there. So that's our broken T. Good, so we're gonna go back to the beginning position. This is called side. And we're gonna bring it on top, called slide. Good. Now we're gonna pick up the basketball into our ready position. Bring it up. So I wanna make sure that you're always shooting the basketball with 2 eyes at all times. So I want you to shut your left eye. Make sure you can see right over top of the basketball with your right eye. Can you do that? If you can't, you have to adjust the ball down so it's underneath your right eye. Perfect, open both eyes. Good, go ahead and put the ball on the ground. So we're gonna start from the very beginning. We're gonna go side, slide, ready. Again, shut that left eye, making sure we can see over top of the ball. Once you can, go ahead and look. Perfect. Now let's stand up. Good, so I want you to tuck the ball on your right hip. Let's talk about our feet. Feet's the most important part of shooting. So we want to make sure our feet are shoulder width apart, just like triple threat position. We're both all right-hand shooters. We're going to slightly bring our right foot in slide of the left. If we were left-handed, we would do the opposite. So now we're going to take the ball as we bend our knees and have the ball in front of you. We're going to hold it side, left and right side. Good, now we're going to go slide, ready. Good, so again, shut that left eye and make sure we're a 2-wide shooter. Once you're ready, we're going to open both eyes. Good, stand up tall, ball back on your hip. Let's do it one more time. So, ready, side, slide, ready. And that's shooting fundamentals. All right, so we're going to move to now actually shooting the basketball. Again, we're going to start with the feet. Feet must be shoulder width apart. If you're a right-hand shooter, your right foot's going to be slightly in front of the left. We're going to go back in that triple threat position. Good, just have the hand slightly on the side of the basketball, just like that. We got our broken T here. So we fast forward, now we already did our side slide and we're right in our ready position. So now Gus is just going to shoot the ball, so he's going to have a nice firm follow through, elbow locked out. Fingers snap down to the ground. Go ahead. Money every time. Good. And one more. Great job. All right, so moving on to the layup, we're gonna start on the left side. So we always like to start with no dribbling. So Mo's gonna prep herself by putting her right foot out first, and then the left hand layup, we're gonna go left, right, and then up. Full extension with her knee and to her hand to the basket. Go ahead, Mo. Left, right, up. Good. Gus? Right foot out first, left, right, up. Good. Let's do a couple. Right foot out first, left, right, up. Good. Good job. Make sure you have a nice little target so you're looking up. Have that target on the box. Have the ball up nice and high off the window. Good. So let's see how good they are. Let's back them up to one dribble. So one dribble into a layup, right, left, right, up. There you go. Good. Good. So as they dribbling with their left hand, right hand will go first. Then as they pick up the ball, they'll be left, right, up into their layup. Great job. So that's the left hand layup. Alrighty, so back to the right hand side of the layup. What we do on the left, we do on the right. So just in reverse. So we're gonna start with our left foot out first. Then we're gonna step to the hoop, right, left, up. Again, full extension with the right knee, full extension with the right hand, and eyes on the target. Go ahead. Good job. Good. Nice high extension. Good, so now we're gonna back up and add a dribble, right hand, left foot, and then we're picking it up. Right, left, up. Good job. Good. Nice high extension off the window or the backboard. Good job, and that's the right hand layup. All right, so the last thing we're gonna do is defense. I know we can score, we can dribble, we can pass, but can you defend? There's a rare time that you're actually going to actually shoot the basketball and no one's going to be there. So we're going to talk about defense. We're going to talk about on-ball defense. So Georgia's going to start in her defensive stance. Her feet are going to be wider than her shoulders. Go ahead, feet wider than shoulder. There you go. You just drop her hips. Okay, she's going to have one hand between her knees. Okay, the other hand on top. So this will prevent the passing. So if I were to stop and pass, she'll have a knockdown hand. This hand here is to prevent the crossover. Okay, it's really important that Georgia will always keep her head and body in front of the basketball. So remember, no matter where I go, she's going to follow the ball. So if I move over to the right, she's going to slide. She move over to the left, she's going to slide, and always maintain that spacing. So again, feet on the ground, nice and wide. Rock forward a little bit on your toes. Good. Hips down. Top hand up to prevent the pass. Bottom hand down to protect on the crossover. And that's defending on the ball. All right, so we're going to go into a half-court drill. It's called zigzag. All we want to do is have the dribbler take 3 dribbles, then change directions. Georgia's going to keep her spacing. Again, head and body on ball, maintaining that feet stay nice and wide and do not cross the feet. When they get to the top, they're just going to come back. Again, staying nice and low, keeping one arm length distance away. Good. So again, no pushing, no shoving at all, right? Again, here we go. Again, down and back, maintaining nice spacing between the ball handler and the defender, okay? Having your hands out nice and wide to give yourself a nice wide target. It's very important that, again, if you get out of your stance, which is fine, you can always sprint and get back in your stance to control the basketball. And that's a zigzag drill.
We'd like to thank head coach Dwayne Vigilance and the Keyano College Huskies for showing us the fundamentals of basketball. Now, Dwayne, we're going to go far from fundamentals right now, as we're going to end it with a game of horse, myself taking on your players. So fundamentals are now out the door.
Okay, should be fun. Good luck.
Good luck. Shot, spin up, drop the back, then in. Ball up, twist, over the shoulder, over the shoulder, and in. Okay, next, spin, long rebound, for the rest.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
Okay. Then, off the rebound, hit it off the board, hit it off the board. Oh. It is.
It just shoot it?
Yeah. There you go.
Get it up there. Oh!
Turn. Fake the pass to the camera. Turn on the right.
No, wait. Back.
There you go. Nope, that's not track. This shot, this extension, right hand. Do it again. Cut that. Okay, extension, right hand.
I can't just cut it.
Yes, you can. Ready, here we go.
I cut that one too, right? Add that one?
No, because we don't like.
Oh! Oh! You actually got it!
Now can you do it again?